Hello, good afternoon. These are the consequential and the inspiring New Year's resolutions of Miss Abigail Worthy of 20 Kings Road in the year 2011. Thank you. Number 1, improve my needlework and embroidery. Might seem a bit old-fashioned now, I know, to improve needlework and embroidery in this day and age, but I think that it shows a great artistic skill. It shows a keenness of eye, and not to mention, gentlemen, there is a great deal of discipline involved in needlework and embroidery, which some of you may not have yet realized. In and out, in and out, in and out, and before you know it, you have a perfectly embroidered napkin to hand out at a dinner party with friends, I imagine. Resolution number 2, improve my French vocabulary regardless of meaning. Basically with this, I think I find that my français is un peu mal au moment. And I think it's essential for the new year to improve the range of my French vocabulary. I might actually ask Miriam if she'd be interested in helping me. I always say that 2 tets are better than 1. Tets. But I should get in touch with Miriam anyway. It's been 6 years now, and it was such a silly argument. And we were so close, and I was just simply stating a fact. And I said to her at the time, your mother is big enough to stand up for herself. If she is big enough to have to buy her clothes in a specialist store, she is big enough to cope with the truth. Vache. But I think that the French vocabulary, I particularly want to focus on the words which have a beautiful resonance when spoken in a breathless tone, regardless of meaning. For example, les étoiles sont les enfants du ciel. Je mange les enfants. J'adore les enfants. You see what I mean? It's just simply marvellous. Resolution number 3, learn the art of modern dance. You know, there are so many new things that are happening in the nightclubs nowadays, and I know some of the older generations say that, modern dance is just shaking about, but as my Aunt Abigail used to say, you should move with the times. She used to say it before she was killed, when that 3D television fell on her. But it's important to be able to move and sway. I mean, Freddie might not have liked modern dance after that incident with the champers and the slow dance and his mother, which all turned out to be rather horrid because it turned out his mother wasn't actually drunk. But that's not my fault. I don't know why he blamed me for bloody... Out with the old, in with the new. Abigail, let's move on to resolution number 4. Try a new wardrobe style. I think Daddy's actually going to increase my allowance this year. Don't like to show off, but defo going to get more money. He's been working so hard. He's been off all the time. He couldn't even come home for Christmas or my birthday or Mummy's funeral. And so I just think that he'll probably like it if he gives me a bit more money so I can dress nicely, so I don't show him up anymore, and maybe he'll actually he'll introduce me to some of the sons of some of his friends at the golf club, like he always promised. Once he's got over Freddie leaving, maybe Freddie should have the makeover. He couldn't have left so quickly in high heels and a short pencil skirt. But the other thing I plan to do is improve my art and drawing skills. Reacquaint myself a little bit with the human anatomy, if you know what I mean. Maybe make some friends. New friends. Drawing naked people is always a marvellous way to meet people. Always bond over a penis. And maybe learn the art of Japanese rope work. A bit unusual, but all my friends at university were so obsessed with the Japanese tea parties, and I think it's, by the by, very unfair that you can't come along to these Japanese tea parties if you haven't been properly trained and have the right badge. They could have invited me once, but I'm going to learn instead rope work, which I think is rather more my cup of tea, intricate knots with strong twine, binding things together. Once I start a new hobby, I don't like them to get away. And finally, New Year's resolution, the one that we are all aiming for by March. Get married. Whoever's there, whatever he bloody wants, Abigail Worthy will get married. Thank you.